Imagine a treehouse door with no lock and no key. Instead, two light switches sit beside it, and a tiny invisible guard watches them both. Flip the switches just right and the door swings open all by itself. How could a door possibly decide on its own? So let's meet that guard's secret language. Inside every computer there are only two answers ever allowed: on or off, yes or no. We write on as 1 and off as 0. A single light switch is the whole alphabet. Every photo, song, and game is built from these. Now meet the guard up close. We call it a gate. Switches go in on the left as its inputs, 1s and 0s. The gate follows one tiny rule, then sends out a single answer on the right, also a 1 or 0. Inputs in, one decision out every single time. Our first guard is strict and is named, and it opens the door only when both switches are on at the same time. One switch on is not enough. Two friends must both push their buttons together, or the treehouse stays firmly shut. Both yes or nothing. So and is picky, but our next guard is generous and is named or. It opens the door if even one switch is on. One friend, the other friend, or both, it does not care. As long as somebody says yes, the treehouse welcomes you inside. Only all off keeps it closed. Now here is a cheeky guard named not. It has just one switch and it always does the opposite. Flip the switch on and not turns it off. Flip it off and not turns it on. It is a little contrarian, flipping every answer to its mirror image, 1 into 0. So how do we remember each guard's rule? We write a tiny cheat sheet called a truth table. It lists every possible switch combination on the left and the gate's answer on the right. 2 switches make 4 rows. Read the table and you instantly know what the gate will do. Now the real magic. One gate's output can become another gate's input, so we snap them together like Lego bricks. The answer from an and gate flows straight into an or gate. Tiny yes or no decisions chain up into bigger, smarter ones, just by linking the wires. Here is the jaw-dropper. Stack the right gates together and they can actually do math. A small bundle of gates, called an adder, takes 2 binary numbers and sums them, carrying the one just like you do on paper. The treehouse guards quietly became a calculator. But math needs memory too. So here is a trick. Loop a gate's output back into its own input and something amazing happens. It holds onto its answer even after you let go of the switch. That tiny loop becomes a memory cell, storing a single 1 or 0. Now zoom way out. A single switch felt tiny, but a modern computer chip packs billions of these gates onto a sliver of silicon smaller than your fingernail. Together they switch on and off billions of times a second. That dense city of gates is what we call a processor. So what do all these gates actually do for you? They let the computer make choices. Is this password correct and is the user allowed in? Gates check the conditions and decide yes or no in an instant. Every if and every decision is just gates quietly voting. So where do these guards hide in your life? They are everywhere. Your phone unlocking when the face matches and it is really you. A game checking if you jumped or pressed attack. Even a microwave deciding when to beep. Tiny gates make every gadget feel clever. So step back and see the whole idea. Every smart thing a computer does is built from the simplest choice there is. Yes or no, 1 or 0. Stack enough of those tiny decisions and they grow into thinking machines. The magic was never big. It was always small. So remember, everything is just on or off, 1 or 0, and needs both or needs anyone and not flips the answer. Snap gates together to do math, loop one to make memory, and millions of them become a chip. Tiny decisions, giant results.